Hey guys, welcome to A Connection is a Connection, where every story reminds us of how powerful human connection really is. In each episode, we dive into real conversations filled with laughter, honesty, and the kind of moments that make you stop and think. So, let's get started. Hey guys, you never know what's going to happen in these conversations, but one thing's for sure, it'll be a good time. Say hello to Kizza from the Kizza podcast.
Kizza
Kizza,
is in the building, y'all. I'm in the building. What's up?
can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
A little bit about me.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to me. I'm Kizza. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri. So definitely a Chiefs fan. Go Chiefs. There we go. Let's go back to the Super Bowl again. So I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Spent some of my childhood in Michigan, and then other cities, Cleveland, and different areas of the United States I live. I won't go deep into that, but basically a Midwestern kid, from the Midwest.
Oh.
Right? So Midwest pretty much majority of my life. I basically went to the military at age 21, so I was in the Navy.
Wow.
This was during 9/11. Right?
Really?
Yeah, so I was supposed to, so here's a fun fact, y'all. I was supposed to go into the Navy at 9/12, but guess what happened the day before, right? The day of infamy, the day that we all will never forget about. And I'm sure everybody have stories of where they were and what they were doing, and for me, who I was with, things like that. And yeah, I was supposed to go in 9/12. 12 was like my favorite number too. That was just so weird. I didn't even choose that date. It just happened. I was like 9/12, but the devil is busy.
Yeah.
He is. Satan is out there.
Yep.
And we lost a lot of Americans here in our country due to terrorist attacks. So my entry into the military got delayed, I want to say a week when that happened, and the whole dynamic of the military actually changed during that time. So I went in, and I thought I was going to be this sailor and be on ships, and it turned out to be different during that time. I wound up going to Iraq and different deployments, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and a few missions in Africa, places like that. So I got to, travel the world a little bit, but it was also during like wartime where, I had to engage in combat and things like that. So I was basically a medic, a corpsman in the Navy, for that to make sense. So kind of like an army, they call that medic. So people's lives were in my hands.
Wow.
And so I feel like, that's when I think I really knew I was a healer too.
Sure.
You find out things about yourself, and I never thought I would be in the medical field, to be honest with y'all, but it happened, and sometimes God opened up doors for you, for you to learn and grow and connect and humanize things a lot better. So that's part of my journey. And then I went off and went to college, went to the University of South Florida, go Bulls, in Tampa Bay, Florida. And and that's basically where I moved from Arizona. Moved to Arizona from Tampa to the Tampa area. So it was a big transition from one coast basically almost to another, or from the ocean to the desert. How about that? Right?
What made you want to move here?
You know what? Kind of like people who grew up here, right? Look how beautiful it is. I remember when I came here in 2009 with my sister. That's a long story within itself, but we did a cross-country trip, to make a long story short, and we stopped here through Arizona. I never knew anything about Arizona. It wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
And I came through, and you see all these canyons and these little mountains and the desert and the valley and the cactus, and we drove through it, and I was just like, wow, this is just beautiful. And the sunsets, it was during this time of the year too at that.
Okay.
So it wasn't like 115 or 125 degrees here, anything like that. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, hey, I would love to live here one day. And then I guess 15 years later, or however many years later, here I am. When you manifest something, and maybe it's not right then and there, but look how many years later, and I'm right here now in the great state of AZ. There you
Yes.
go.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. You ready for the questions?
I am ready for the questions. I love questions.
If we looked at your search history right now, what's the strangest thing we find?
In my search history, the strangest thing you may find. Wow, that's a good question. That's a tough one. I'm not saying, I'm perfect, but I don't think I have too many strange things out there that I know of. Like, strange, my name? Maybe, what would be strange to everybody? I'm trying to think here. Strange. Maybe that, I was, I don't know, a music artist, maybe?
Okay.
That would be something different that people wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they see me and like, oh, he makes music. Oh, this guy raps, really? Like,
Well,
he does
shoot, I
that?
didn't expect that.
See? There you go. So I think that's something like different within itself, that you would find different, about me. And I would say podcasting, that too.
Sure.
Excuse me. But I would say music-wise, I would say that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that would be different, and that'd be different. Yeah, definitely. Not strange. I think strange is a big one. Strange would be like more like weirdo level.
Yeah.
I think. Nothing. So with all due respect, you ain't gonna find nothing then. No weirdo crap. No weirdo BS. Okay, so.
If you could apologize to someone from your past, who would it be and why?
If you could apologize to someone from your past. Let me see. If I could apologize, maybe. Man, that's really tough. That's really, really tough. I mean, I guess like you're asking in a way like if I haven't apologized to them yet, right? Yeah. I feel like, with all due respect, guys, me personally, with my personality, I like to nip things in the bud right away.
Yeah.
So say, for example, me and you had a debate and we kind of went back and forth.
Yep.
I want to just squash it right there.
I
want to tell you I'm sorry, and I just want to give you a hug.
Yep.
And say, hey, look, my bad. I shouldn't have, maybe could have been an action or something out of bounds, could have said something. Or some people, a lot of they say racial stuff and things like that. Like, my heart is never intended to hurt any of y'all, just to put it out there. You know what I mean? And I'm not perfect either,
No.
So I would say, me, I'm different in this sense. I want to apologize when I make a mistake, and I want you to let me know too, respectfully, of course. Like, don't like down on each other, or because it's already a bad moment anyway for that person.
Yeah.
An embarrassing moment. Let's not pound on each other for that.
Yeah.
Let's show a little bit of grace from what I've learned over the years. Show some grace and be like, all right, man, I know you. I've been around you for a bit. I know you usually don't even do that. You just out of pocket today, maybe, So I would say apologize and basically correct it right then and there. Don't let it linger, because what happens is it'll just get worse and worse, and that person still have this reserve about you. You know what I'm saying? It's an old saying, we always can forgive, but we never forget, right? So it's kind of like one of those things. A spider's gonna bite, a snake is gonna snake. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
They're gonna, it leads into, know who people are and know them when you see them.
Yep. Very
There you
true.
go, right?
Very true.
And so, yeah, I would say for me, anything, that I say to y'all out here, let's nip that in the bud right away. Let's squash that. And let's go, let's go get this money together. That's how I look at it. Let's go get it. Let's let bygones be bygones and, do that. So there you go.
That's such a good concept, because nowadays that becomes such a big problem in any type of relationship, business or personal relationship, or yeah. If you could instantly be great at any hobby or skill, what would it be?
Ooh, do, any hobby or skill, wow, I have like plenty of those. I would love to be really good at, let's say, math.
Math?
Yeah, mathematics.
Wow.
Right. Really good at that. I really sucked in chemistry in college. You know what I'm saying? I got to organic chemistry and it was just like Chinese to me. It was just a language I couldn't understand. So I wish I could have been really good in like the biochemistry, microbiology side of it, like that type of like talent,
Sure.
that type of like skill set.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. And then I would say a second one or 1B would be singing.
Ooh.
I wish I could be a really good singer, but I'm not. You know, I can write poetry, I can write lyrics, I can be lyrical, but I can't hold a note. I can't do a soprano or
Have you ever tried it though? Take lessons?
there we go. I've never taken lessons, I will say that. But I feel like with me, my voice, maybe, you know, I feel that way. And I've tried to sing some things, but it didn't sound quite well,
Yeah.
you know. So, but I would say singing,
Yeah.
that one right there is big because I love music and I love making people feel good and giving them good vibes. So I figured if I could sing, that would bring some healing too, right? Because
Yeah.
singing brings healing as well. You know, I feel like hip hop and rap can be just too much sometimes. We can be too wordy, but with singing, serenading, playing with the fiddle, playing with the strings in your heart, right? Dum 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 dum. Dun, 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 dun. Right. It gives you that feel, that energy, right?
Yeah.
So I would say that leads me into like what I like. I like sound healing. I love sound healing. It's like so incredible, so soothing right there. So I love the sounds and the vibrations and like the tuning fork kind of, you know, vibrations. Like I like that. That would be something strange. There you go, guys. Hey.
That you searched?
Yeah, if you searched about me and you say, man, this guy likes sound healing, you're like, oh, that's different. Sound bathing. There we go, sound bathing.
Yeah, that's a little different there.
Right? Have you ever tried it?
No, I never have.
Right? Hey, listen, it's a recommendation. It's worth it. It's not even expensive, guys. You can go to a sound healing session for $25, $30, and it's usually like a 2-hour session. Like it's so worth it, and your body will appreciate it actually, right? Because you're basically, that sound healing is pulling off any type of negative frequencies, whether it's on the outside or inside. It's just pulling it off of you, and you can really, with the sound and vibration, you can actually feel it. So it's definitely something to like engage into, I would say, you know, but it's not bad. It's not the devil. It's not at all. There's nothing sinister about it. It's really like as if your body really needs that. And I feel like the ancient ways use those things. What else could they have used? They don't have an ER. They didn't have any of that during those times, you know, whether it was 400 or 500 years ago. So what did they use, you know? So, you know, I just really encourage you guys to do that. You know, some sound healing, sound bathing, acupuncture. Ooh, that's another strange one. I got a cool picture, guys. I'm gonna send it to her so you see this podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of acupuncture, I got this really cool picture and it has like these acupuncture needles all in my face and stuff like that. It's like incredible. So
Interesting.
yeah. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Had to take a little commercial break, but I'm back here with my girl here, Noelle. All right, I'm ready for these questions. I love it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What's the hardest lesson you've ever had to learn?
I would say for me, trust and insecurities. You know, definitely. I would say for me, an example of trust would be like making sure you're asking questions, deeper questions as far as getting to know people, as far as like, relationships and even friendships, especially in business. You never know who has their heart in the right place for you, you know, and sometimes people can just use you just for that moment, you know what I'm saying? Get what they can out of you, and then that's it. And then you even don't even get credit or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So just watch the people in your circle, you know, don't let people that you don't know, don't let friends bring other friends into
Mm-hmm.
your circle. Cause I don't know that dude. Like, you don't know what extension that person got going on. That guy could even be having something, or a girl could have something going on in the streets that you don't know about. And then it's inherited beef or inherited trouble, or there's a such thing as inherited negativity, right? You let certain people in your camp, you know what I'm saying, that's not trying to raise their level to your level, who's not, basically trying to go in the right direction that you're going in. Again, having your best interest at heart. So those are some of the lessons that I definitely learned. 'Cause I definitely been betrayed and used in my days by both genders. You know, both people, claim to be your friend, even with family. Family isn't always blood, as I'm learning. That's a good lesson too. Your family could be, your extended family, as in your friends, more than your blood. You know what I mean? So I would say that's like some of the biggest lessons I learned as far as like trust, insecurities. I think jealousy plays into insecurities as well. Just growing out of that and not being insecure, being confident within yourself of who you are and who God designed you to be and what your future is supposed to be. Be secure about you. Be secure about your spirit,
Yeah.
spiritual security,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Like that just goes with building things to make your spirit strong. So whether it's meditation, whether it's like if you study the word of God,
Mm-hmm.
the true and living God,
Yep.
or if you believe in this and you want to study whether it's like, Hindu, Quran, Buddha, whatever it is that you do to make that spiritual security, right? You have to tap in and connect to that, definitely. So that's what I say.
Do you have a testimony from God?
You know what? I do. I have like several, I would say that for me, I feel like I'm not even supposed to be sitting here with you.
Really?
I mean, seriously, I was in a situation when I was 18 years old and, I was hustling in the streets and I was coming home, coming back to my neighborhood, and these guys set me up and I got robbed. And the guy standing over me, man, he kept pulling that trigger and the gun wouldn't go off.
Oh my gosh.
And still to this day, I could see it in his eyes. The fear he had when he was pulling that trigger and it wasn't going off. So I know that that was something angelic and divine intervention and something God sent angels to come through. But yeah, I should be gone. I mean, those guys had me right there, and I was only 18. So we're talking 27 years ago,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
You know, yeah, man. So I'm thankful that I'm here 27 years later to live to tell this story, live to share this testimony. Not even story, but bigger than that, testimony of life,
Exactly.
of appreciation of, life. You know what I'm saying? I had dealt with a few life, you know, altering things before that. But that one right there, I mean, won't he do it? Won't God do it? So if you're not a believer in God, hey man, I don't see what else you need to not believe that. I mean, the dude had the gun over me and was clicking it he tried. It's not like he did. No, he tried, really tried. So, um, I'm blessed and grateful that that gun never went off. Who knows? And so to everybody out there, appreciate your life, especially if you're young and you out here on the streets, man. Like that can happen to you at any second, any time. And like we just talked about with trusting people, with friends and stuff like that, your own friends, somebody that you know you probably went to elementary school with, that could be it for you. They could sell you out. You don't know that. So just like that, I mean that right there is just that's the testimony, y'all.
It really is.
That's the D1. I got a lot of them, but I would say that is like one of the biggest ones. So
Yeah, it really is.
yeah.
Wow. Would you choose faith over fear, and why?
Faith over fear. I would definitely choose faith. I mean, because if I'm a believer in God, why should I be living in fear? I got faith in Him, and my fate is my fate. So if today I walk out here and it was my time to go, then it would be my time to go. I shouldn't have to, every time I wake up, I fear that I'm not gonna make it or this today. Like no, you have to keep living. You got to keep breathing, and not only that, not just that, but just believing. It's all about belief,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I mean, because I think there are a lot of dark forces out here that's there to break your belief. Whether it's people in our community, whether it's right now our federal government, the things that's going on with that, government shutdowns. I mean, that breaks people's faith. That breaks people's belief when you're not getting a paycheck coming in. You know,
Yeah. Or
you
Satan
know
alone.
exactly. It draws you to drastic measures. That's the key thing about all of this. So I feel like if you focus on and tap into prayer, meditation, those things equals manifestation. And when you manifest those things, they're going to come to you one way or another. You just have to keep manifesting it. And it's going to be just like that. I manifested my music career. I manifested my podcast. Just go do it. Become it. It's you. It's be who you are. Be who you know that you can be. And if you don't know, then find out. That's what I have to say, on that.
Yeah. And fear's definitely not from God. What's the worst outfit you've ever worn in public?
Oh, boy. Woo. Let's talk about all the childhood Easters.
Oh.
Boy, your parents would just dress you up in these, these loud yellow suits. And I mean, man, let's see. Wow. Whew. It's a lot, y'all. I mean, I would definitely throw Easter as one of those days where when you're a child, man, this was back in the 80s though, mind you. See, now you can be really cool and, much cooler, let's say, wardrobes than they were back there. We were still dealing with ruffles and, 3-piece suits and, stuff like that. Some of the Easter stuff was cute, don't get me wrong, but yeah, man, that's the days where you wear like the wackiest. Some people wear the wackiest stuff. Let me think. Is there any other ones I would say that I wore that was probably like wacky? I think that's just one that just comes to mind, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm a decent dresser, as you can see. All right, I got my shirt with my 22 tribes on here. I love this color, teal and red. It's like my favorite. And then of course this hat is me. This hat fits my personality perfect. And so I really love feeling, if you want to say indigenous, or dressing if you want to say indigenous colors. I feel more comfortable. It makes me feel let's say enlightened when I do this, and so I would say, maybe this could be wacky to some people. I'm wearing a shirt with Phoenix in the middle and it has all these feathers. You know what I mean? Like it's different, like folks in different states wouldn't even understand this at all. So hey, this could be it too. But I like cool things like this. So these things could be odd to people. This hat definitely is odd, especially probably because of my melanin, my skin color. but it accommodates it very well. Thank you very much.
It does. It does.
I like I like orange. There you go. I like orange. I love orange, especially, almost said orange. You know what I'm saying? My accent almost came out. See, I had to correct it. See, accent almost came out on y'all, but I like wearing orange. Especially burnt orange, toasty orange, like the burnt orange color.
Oh,
Like,
that's a pretty orange.
oh, I love it. The sunburnt orange, incredible on this melanin. Okay,
Yeah.
love it.
Yep. If you had to swap lives for a day with anyone, who would it be and why?
Ooh. I have two younger kids, so I live
you do?
vicariously through them. I have a 5-year-old and 6-year-old. And so you doggone right, I would love to have all the fun. I would love to switch and have fun and be able to, I mean, they go to SeaWorld and Disney and, my daughter, she likes to, run track. My daughter, Phoenix, she likes to run, track and field. I love running and doing long jumps and jumping and hurdling and stuff
Okay.
like that. Like, that stuff is cool to me. I love to do what she's doing. Shoot.
Not worry about anything in life or someone taking care of you.
Ain't got to worry about paying the light bill, water bill, rent, all that good stuff, car notes, all the stressful things we got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got to worry about paying a traffic ticket.
Yeah. Oh, very true. That's so true.
You ain't got those kind of worries for real. If you were kids, man, you kids are like so at free will.
Yeah.
Such in a really great learning stage, just want to learn and grasp everything, want to know what's this and what's that. Like, I will love that brain again.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's the funnest brain ever. And I'm just so jelly right now that they're in that stage. And I'm like, dang. Oh, I wish that was me right now. I like being how old I am.
Yeah.
But then you're like, man, they have all this cool stuff. Like, we didn't have no damn tablets in freaking 1987. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had like maybe the block phones and the what you call those phones in the cars back then.
Oh,
You had to
gosh.
be wealthy to have that. See, y'all don't know nothing about that. They
Yeah.
had car phones. The cell phones back then was car phones, and they were like the luxury cars had them, like the Mercedes of the world, the Range Rovers of the world. We're talking 85, 86, 87, 88, even into the 90s. You had those phones in the car, you just pick it up, and I guess it ran off the antenna. So yeah, y'all know nothing about that. What y'all know about that?
We had to look for a phone booth on the street somewhere.
Exactly. Yo, I was used to that forever. Like, yo, let me get 25 cents. Yo, let me call up this honey here. I'm about to catch that bus to your house. Okay. What's that, 1997? Yeah, 97, 98, 99, even before that.
Yeah.
You go to the payphone. It was just so cool. I think some of the payphones you might have been able to do three-way too, I think, too.
Really?
Or maybe the other person on the other line could call the other person three-way. Damn, I missed the three. Did y'all remember
I didn't know that.
You remember the three-way calls? What y'all know? Oh, man, I missed that, the three-way calls. You call this person, they call that person. We all just laughing and having a good freaking time.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
yeah.
What's a small miracle you've experienced that others might not believe? I mean, the gun situation was definitely.
I would say that one. I've been into some car accidents. Well, one of my very first car accidents is when I literally just bought the car that weekend and wrecked it that weekend. It was raining and the car spent off. And it spun all the way into the oncoming traffic on the highway, and it was a head-on collision.
Holy smokes.
And I just I don't know if I blacked out for a minute, but I just woke up and I lifted my head up, and then I had my homeboy was sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And I kind of just did my hand and like this and make sure he's okay. Like, yo, are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. And he got out of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had to get out of the car. It was just blood and glass everywhere. And I even went up to the car injured to ask the people in the car, are they okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, for real. That's a miracle
Wow.
within itself. So yeah, that was very terrifying, and I think that car when I bought it, I didn't know, but it had bad tires on it, I guess, apparently.
Oh.
And yeah, it just spent out of control.
Shoot. Man, you have been through some situations.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If your ex wrote a book about you, what would the title be?
You said if my ex was to what?
Wrote a book about you.
Oh, if my ex was to write a book about me. I mean, why would she want to write a book if she's the ex? If I'm the ex, right? Like, shoot, that's how I look at it. I mean, I'm guessing. That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
What book would she write about me?
What would be the title?
Maybe the title might be that. It would be maybe trust issues. There you go.
All right. Yeah.
Right? I would say probably that's the only thing I could think of, just trust issues, and we can say mishandled trust issues.
Oh, that's a good title. Yeah.
Right. So mishandled trust issues will be the title. And it'll be talk about how you should, instead of mishandle those issues, you should maybe talk to a therapist. Right? Seek some type of counseling. And it's not just a one-time counseling. It should be multiple counselings. You know, you just can't solve one problem with just one phone call or one visit. You really have to talk out these things, you know, and it takes hours. It takes time to talk them out. And then once you put everything on the table that you're having an issue with, then there you go. How do we fix those multiple issues?
Yeah.
So I would say mishandled trust issues. That would be it. Yep.
Yeah. What's a story from your past that still makes you cringe?
The story from my past that still makes me cringe. Wow, it's a bunch of them. I mean, y'all, I'm just saying it is. I mean, as you notice, like, my life has been rough, you know. I lived in housing projects, things like that. Like, I've seen where, you know, I was in a rec center one time, and I'm not going to say where because I don't dry snitch or, you know, say particular names or something like that. But, you know, basically I was in this rec center in the projects. This entourage, you know, came in. The entourage that was already in there saw them and said, oh, okay, them dudes, let's get them. And so they chased those guys out of the building, and they chased them. And these guys were running through the basketball court, and this was at nighttime. And these guys pull out the gun and start just start shooting at them right in front of me too. Like, it was just nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, things like that. Like, they could have hurt somebody. A bullet could have went through the wall of somebody's building and hurt a kid or anything like that. And I've just seen a lot of dangerous stuff, you know, dangerous things happen. So that right there within itself makes me cringe, you know. I mean, getting roughed up by the police at a young age, 14, getting slammed on the ground and harassed, and, you know, them getting physical to a kid.
Yeah.
And that type of stuff makes me like cringe.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Mm-hmm. If you could pick one animal to run a business, what animal and what business would it be? This would be great. If you could pick an animal to run your podcast, what animal would it be?
That's a good question. Wow. I have a few in mind. Trust me on that.
Let's
see. I think the first one would be first one probably would be, I would say, that comes to mind would be I would say like a jaguar or a leopard.
Nice.
Right? Like that. They're smart, they're cunning, they're patient.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Very perceptive, very visual. They study your movements. They study like even your attributes, all that, your physicality and everything. And then they just wait and they're patient and they go in. Bam. Right? That's how you would be, like I would say, in business. Right?
Yeah.
Study, watch, and be analytical, be quantitative, gather all your data, gather all your information, and go out and execute your plan.
True.
So that's why I would say that animal right there, big time.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Same thing with a cheetah. Only thing about Cheetah is Cheetah get it done faster, right? They
Yeah.
get the job done fast. They're agile, they have agility, they're quick, they're cunning, they study, they're prey, and then they go in, they execute the plan, but they do it in a fast. They chase them, they get them,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So
Uh-huh.
I would say that.
Kizza, well, thank you so much for being here with me, just taking the time out of the day to be here with me.
I appreciate you definitely for asking me. I would love to come again and hang out and anything you need me for. Right? Yep.
Yes, absolutely. Can you give me a 30-second commercial about your business and how people can connect with you?
Absolutely. Well, hey everybody. I'm Kizza, KZA from the Kizza Podcast Show. I have a podcast here locally, here in Phoenix, Arizona. You can catch my podcast on YouTube. It's going to be KZA Podcast. That's how you find it on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram on KZA Podcast. All right. And then my TikTok is going to be KZA underscore syndicates. So Kizza Syndicates, KZA underscore syndicates is my TikTok. You guys can follow me on there. You can see some clips from some of the podcasts I've been doing. But go to my page, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and watch some of the podcasts that I have so far. And just leave your comments and engage and let us know what we can do great. Let us know if we're doing good. So support the podcast and reach me on these platforms that I just listed for y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate it, and appreciate you, Noel, for inviting me. You're incredible. You're awesome. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for the next one.